This is a sleeper ship. It was designed to carry passengers throughout the night. So you would get a ticket for a night ship. It was one of the three night ships that would run at night. It was the only. So during the night, it would sail. What happened to it? It disappeared. There, you can during the day, the passengers that you wake up, have breakfast. There was only one big common room. There was a big common room at the bottom of the ship. Very big, and about a couple of the funnels. And what you do, you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, including supper. This was an electrical bird of her kind. That's why she was so fast. She had 4 propellers. 4. It was so fast. But it was still too bulky. So they had to add another. So there would be 2 here near the back of the ship, and then 2. Oh, what made it look so fast? It was actually heavy duty. It was very heavy duty. It was very, very heavy duty. Back here would be the store area. So, it's back here. This is the storage room for the lifeboats. But I'm wondering how many lifeboats this ship carried. Many. You see, the boat deck was restricted for passengers because there were too many lifeboats installed. It looked ridiculous. I was isolated in my cabin, so they had to have like a stairwell right in front in order for me to get down and breathe the fresh air. Luckily, 2 of the lifeboats were swung out, so I can now pass. The middle ones were swung in, while the most of the ships had about what a little lifeboat, but this one just takes the cake, literally. It was like dwarf. For those 2 next to Titanic, and you get a good size comparisons. I like to call the Titanic too because it looked almost identical. Ship that had an almost tried with the Pledge of warship. In 2020, this ship was actually sailing across the ocean. So they came across a Pleasure outlet close nearby. Pleasure saw the ship coming in with full of the passengers, so they had to act fast. They had like TNT mines all around nearby to stop any ships from entering the bay. Sailing ship almost at sea mine. Was considered as a hero ship. Again, not completely backed out funnels. The one I had, Titanic had completely black funnels. While this one, it was not easy. You see, this ship was equipped with the widest grand stairwell ever to be fitted to a ship, so there would be no lifeboat in the middle. Why is this? Well, they wanted to make it look more meaner. The pubs were blacked out. Like Titanic's. But it was one thing that made it different to Titanic. or ring cases. But similar in many ways. The ship was fitted with about a couple of lifeboats. They learned lessons from Titanic sinking with not too many lifeboats. But too many lifeboats, I think way overkill. It made the ship too cluttered. So they ended up storing most of the lifeboats on the roofs, spare spaces, and other stuff. So it made the ship look more less pronouncing, but it made the ship look more safe. So where is the David system? So the David systems were actually mostly quadrant depth, was the William Quadrant depth, but mostly the quadrant depth. So they swing like rotate, like the little. So you have a mix between the two. Four funnels for this one. Mm-hmm. Are you dying? Did it say you need to be quick? You gotta remember what you did last time, Mom. Sorry, folks, I had to come in because he was in the struggle with the sun and well, let's go. Here we go. The ship had four funnels. Four big, massive funnels. She sat mostly higher than her little sister, Village Panic, because she was so massive, it dwarfed Village Panic's size. So it was like massive. But there was another change. We learned from the oceanic disaster that the big is the grand stairwell. It was massive. It went down two decks. Or believe me, it was amazing shit. Big massive funnels, amazing. You gotta go up on the balloons, and you can only do it one. Yeah, they will, but let it rest because I'm still with all that information, so don't. Tomorrow I'm starting my training there. Now I already done the training part, so I start the actual training tomorrow. I get to make a start tomorrow. I have to meet them at about 10:55. Yes, at 10:55. Probably about 10:40. I'll be there for an hour. Just play your game, please. This shit was a marvel. A real marvel. But instead of the traditional this, it was. Yup. The ship was massive. Weighing about about a couple of tons. All on the ship. That sank. This is in my friend's world. The Titanic. This one I don't know where it's gonna appear. I'm gonna jot it down. The ship was massive. How many funnels does it have? 4? Like I think it's supposed to be the brother of Titanic. Big bro. Ship. But it's fast. It's fast. Hey, where's the floor plan? Well, you see, like most ships, they are equipped with many, many wooden things. Here's how they did it. You see, on this deck, right here, just right here, is a little thing, a wooden area. This little wooden area. You got a light. It's supposed to be replaced by steel. You did it. See, you need to learn. Yeah, it's your reflex. Let the reflex take hold. This is a little thing. It's made of iron right here. So this is where it stops. Yeah. So right here, this is where things get a little off for the ship. Unlike Titanic, she has this dome right in the middle. More higher than usual. It's not like the sunlight. But there's something else. It's more open. But here, it's more open here. There's no boat here. Why is this? Well, it's supposed to be more open. It's more wider here, meaning that we can actually place something here. It's more open here. There's glass right here. More open here. Does like more of Titanic now. It's more open here. There's a thin corridor between the ocean and you, and this is the biggest area you can. It's more wooden. It's more wooden. This is the main. This is where the things get a little complicated. You see, at the front, there's no lifeboats. Really at the front. You see, all of the lifeboats are located aft. Because no one wants to see lifeboats tucked near the bridge area. Why? Well, because on the Titanic, there was lifeboats at the front. That's actually true. But we learned that if you put lifeboats at the rear, it gives you more time. If the ship is sprinkled from the bow, but at the back, you can launch many more. But luckily, we came up with another solution. I recognize this part. Same design, like the Titanic. There was another design introduced. You're gonna love this. You can actually store chests up here. The ship for davits. Davits. Front ones are built like they should. They allow easy access. These are emergency release davits. They release the lapis very quickly. They're electric too. Um. Smaller one is a little tiny boat. This one's a small lifeboat, so it's actually used for It's a quick lifeboat. It's a storage lifeboat. They're very small and less bulky. They are stored on either side of the ship. When the time is right, they are quick. These are mounted at the front of the ship, always, never at the back. These ones are small. They're not for passengers. They're for mounting cargo. Any personal possessions that need to be saved that can be low off of the ship. And bombs and everything. If it was a troop ship, it can blow. Luckily, the regular boats are located. Yes, they're gonna get where they're located. That's right, they're located on the near the bridge of the ship. But this is made out of wood, so this is where things get a little weird. Mostly closed, so These are the rooms. They are located west of Luck. They are located right in the back of the ship. Unfortunately, the captain can't sleep on the floor because they are located either way. They are screwed. These are the officer cabins, so depending on which side you choose, it can be. This is where things go. Ooh, man. Look at that. More bouquet. It's more, what the heck have I made? It's a nothing. Nothing. They are. You get a bed. Some bed. That's it. With a shotgun box. Remove your bed. With the shotgun. Depending on what shotgun you have. It will be done. They were good. They were good. There was no more there. The butt diving is still going on the main Fraser Road. No. So this is the this is during her latest career. For this is her latest career. So up here you have a big box. This is a private promenade for the captain. That can also be used to get up onto the upper deck, known as Monkey Island. It's actually a little structure located above the bridge. I want to do it in the latest version of my ship. So this is Monkey Island. Monkey Island is actually a surrounding area. So let me show you. What you do, you add another slab up here. Let's look at it on the ship. So there you go. You have a wheelhouse. You have a compass. Right here. You point where you want the ship to go, and then bada bing, bada boom, bada ba, you're at your destination. Hi, can you give me a drink, Mom? Can you give me a drink? Yeah, I had a long day. Yeah, well. Not all ships are fitted with their front full. What's next? This is Monkey Island. So this is a little bridge here. This can also be removed by demolishing move. This is your only way up. If you had these golden, you can have more luck. Okay, this is your. This is the captain's area. It's small space, but you can actually climb up in here. Yay! Where's your blue t-shirt? What blue t-shirt? Because it's not in the wash basket. When you find it, in the wash, please. By the way, what's that clown in my room? Yeah, there's a clown. Maybe there's a presence in here. No, I know it's you in here, I think. But
Oh, wow. You got a Christmas present.
how can you know?
It's clean.
Yep. I think you had my call. Look at this. Look at this. You've got this is Monkey Island. You come up here, you look out. Where's the ship? Look out. And you're on top of the bridge. You're really on top of the bridge. You do not want to fall down there or you dead. This is how you now you're probably wondering, can you access the funnels? No. Funnels are off limits to all passengers because you only can't access the interior. You Monkey Island is right here. This is a little island right onto the bridge. It's kind of blocky and stuff. Don't get into detail. Next up, the one quadrant. All right, let's get nuts. Literally nuts. Right, let's start here. Like Carpathia, these davits are back or on the ship. They're literally on the side. You can actually get a couple of lifeboats in here. Get more room if you want. They're all swung out, ready for launch. Just in case the ship sinks. But you need to swing them inward in order to fit tight gaps. Not the best idea to park. What's back here? Nothing. The davits only go so far as B deck. Three pairs of davits right at the back. They can be changed to also davits. In the final, they were all changed into swing in her final career. Eventually, she was scrapped, but before they were scrapped, I actually took her in. Unfortunately, since I discovered the wreck, I actually used this as a temporary ship to sail with my villagers. We was actually using this ship to find my Titanic. I lost a long time ago. We used it. We turned it into a research ship. We filled it up with lots of stuff. It was actually my house, Trumbull Earl. My first house. I used it as a temporary base. I stored lots of things. I took off all of the things, put loads of structures in it, and I got it. I gave it no room whatsoever. And I did. And I said, my budget said, yeah, that would be the lamp falling. It's not me. Oh, just a presence that just passed by and accidentally knocked it. You know who it is. Okay, let's get back to the thing. So right here, this is where things go. So, these are all the davits. Right here, this is where things get a little extreme. That is all up higher. There's another row of lifeboats located in the ship. These rows of lifeboats put a ton of weight. After all these years, this is a family. How do you treat the family? The lifeboats were only on one side of Edith. On the other, 12. This is an open area. Five, 10, 11, 12. Bruv. 12 boats. General